Hi there, this is the second part of the second species video. We are now on page 193. In your textbook, and here in example 10.4 we see some typical closing patterns in second species. Notice that all of them are consonant intervals except for passing tones. The dissonant intervals are here in letter D. There's a diminished fifth, on and off beat, and then also the inversion of that in example E, an augmented fourth on the off beat, used as a passing tone. I'm not going to play these for you, but you can go on the website for the textbook and listen to them. There are instructions in the original document that led you to this video, or you could sit down at the piano and play them as well. But notice in examples D and E, both of these are in minor, and we have sol, la, ti, do using the melodic minor, and that's why we have the B naturals. So we have sol, la, ti, do. Same thing in letter E, it's just that the counterpoint is above instead of below. Moving backwards to letter C, we also have la, ti, do, again, melodic minor. They call it 6-7-1 in the book, same thing. Notice that your fifth here is a perfect fifth, because you cannot use a B flat, which would make a diminished fifth. You can't do that on the downbeat. So you have two things happening here. You have la, ti, do, which makes a nice line, and you also have the B natural creating a perfect fifth with the E instead of a diminished fifth. In major, we can do so, ti, do, and in fact, letter A, this could be major or minor, right? This could be C minor, because this could be B natural in C minor, the raised leading tone. But so to re gives us the fifth, and ti to re gives us the third. So, ti, do. And then above we can have la, ti, do in major as well. Notice that we can't do la, ti, do below. If we, for example, if we tried to do an A here, la, ti, do, we would get a dissonant fourth, and that's not allowed. We can't have that. So ti, do is your best option below. La, ti, do above. And by the way, we can't do sol, ti, do above for the same reason. If we wrote a G here, it would give us a fourth, and that's no good. So for your second penny, you're going to do the next page, which I don't have in this video, but you can see it in your book. It's page 194, try it number 2. There are 3 endings for which you're going to write counterpoint. And the easiest thing to do is just flip back and look at page 193, because all of the stock endings are there. So just use those and transpose them to different keys. One more thing I want to talk about today, and this will take you over to page 197 at the bottom, example 10.7. So we'll go to that right now. This example is simply about parallel motion between perfect intervals in second species. And anything here that's marked with an arrow is bad. So I'm going to switch over to my red pen here. First of all, any offbeat to a downbeat parallel. See, we have C to C, moving to G to G. Right? And it doesn't matter that they're in contrary motion, there's still parallel octaves there. And this is bad because it moves directly from an offbeat to a downbeat, and so you're going to hear the parallel octaves right away, moving from beat 2 to beat 1. The same thing happens over here in measure 8. this E on the offbeat is still sounding, and then we move in parallel to the downbeat, and that's still bad. Downbeat to downbeat parallels are also prohibited. So here in measure 3 is a fifth to a fifth, and again, it doesn't matter that they're in contrary motion, they're still considered parallel fifths. And downbeat to downbeat is going to sound really strong because the G in the middle, it doesn't move with anything. It happens without anything in the canus firmus moving. So you're going to hear the canus firmus downbeat to the next downbeat, and you're going to hear those parallel fifths. A very simple way to put this is to say that we shouldn't have any parallels, fifths or octaves or unisons, moving into a downbeat. So you notice offbeat to downbeat is bad, downbeat to downbeat is bad, but you can have offbeat to offbeat. That's okay. For example, this octave to this octave, two offbeats, that's absolutely fine. No problem with that. So again, what we're going to say is no parallel unisons, fifths, or octaves going into a downbeat. And so that means that downbeat to downbeat is bad and offbeat to downbeat is bad, but offbeat to offbeat is fine. That's really all I have to say about that. What I would like you to do for homework is read the chapter 10 up through page 197, and then you might also want to read the summary on page 198. I'll write that down for you. You can also watch this video as many times as you need to, and then when you're tired of that, for Thursday you have 2 pennies, each worth a point. The first penny is try it number 1. And that's on page 192. And the second penny is try it number 2, which is on page 194. You can do those directly in the book, or you can snap a photo, print it, and do it on a separate piece of paper. I hope you all are staying warm and safe out there. Please be careful, and I will see you on Thursday. Bye.